New Year's resolutions don't work. While 41% of Americans make New Year's resolutions, only 9% follow through beyond the first few weeks of the new year. I'm Jenny, and I quit making New Year's resolutions 7 years ago and started doing something different. My method has helped me achieve my goals for the new year and works very well for me. So today I'm going to show you what I do instead of making New Year's resolutions. Here's what you'll need. Something to write on. That could be your phone's note-taking app, a journal, a poster board, a whiteboard, a computer. I typically use my Apple Notes app, but I'm going to lay everything out on a whiteboard for you today. You're also going to need a bit of time to brainstorm and goal set. Step 1. One of the reasons New Year's resolutions don't typically work is that they're open-ended single statements. There's no plan to achieve the goal stated in the resolution. When you don't have a plan, you don't know where you're going, and so you either don't get started or you fizzle out after the first couple of weeks. So with that in mind, I begin with brainstorming. I like to figure out where in my life I want to see growth in the coming year. I ask myself, what do I desire? Where do I want to be at the end of next year? I'm not talking about a statement like, I want to lose 20 pounds. I try to think of what my life would look like once I've lost those 20 pounds. Better statements would include, I want to love the way that I look in the mirror, or I want to be able to exercise without getting winded, or I want to have the energy to keep up with my kids. From there, I start to flesh out a few goals and statements that fit into that vision. Step 2. After brainstorming, I pick 1 to 2 words that encompass these growth goals for the year. These will be my theme words and help me organize my plan. My words for the new year are family and health. When I first started using this method, I would pick 1 theme word to focus on. I would recommend that you do the same if you are new to goal setting. Step 3. Once you have picked your word or words, come up with 3 to 6 goals for each. You're going to come up with 1 to 2 easy or short-term goals, 1 to 2 medium or medium-term goals, and 1 to 2 hard or longer-term goals. Let's break down some of my goals under the family theme. Let's focus on the twins, Harry and Max. So under the twins and the easy short-term goals, I have consistent feeding schedule, and I have a consistent bath schedule. Under the medium to medium term goals, I have Montessori activities, age appropriate, of course. We're already doing some of these, but I'd like to do more. And I'd also like to get a weaning table and practice with feeding themselves. For the hard and longer term goals, I want to focus on potty training, and I would like to cook and meal prep with the boys. Over 45% of people want to lose weight in the new year. So before we move on to step 4, I want to talk about the word health and how I use it as a theme word. For me, health is a holistic process. It's not just about eating better or exercising more. It includes the 3 pillars, which are nutrition, movement, and sleep, but I also include mental health, stress, and self-care. Health has been one of my theme words for a few years now. So my goals for this year are dialing in some of the things that I've been working on for a while. That's the great thing about this method for goal setting. You can build upon your progress month to month and year to year. If weight loss is one of your goals for the new year, I would encourage you to think of it holistically and make goals around improving your general health and well-being. For most people, that would be cleaning up their diets, incorporating more movement into their lives, getting more sleep, and working to reduce stress. If you were to do all of these things, you would, in most cases, lose weight. Let's move on to step 4. Once I have my goals, I further break down each goal into tiny bite-sized pieces. This takes a little practice in the beginning, but you will learn just how small you need to break down each goal in order to ensure success. Let's go back to the twins goals to illustrate what I mean here. So under the easy and short-term goals, let's break down consistent feeding schedule. So what I would need to do here is determine what times I want to have their meal times. And from there, I need to set alarms for 30 minutes before each of those meal times to remind me, hey, it's time to feed the kids. Next, I would want to plan out all of my meals for the week, and I'm gonna make that time specific and say I'm gonna do that on Sundays. After that, I need to prep all of the meals for the week, and I think I'm gonna do that on Sundays and Mondays. And to further break down that goal, I would say I need to adjust my Little Spoon order, which is just this organic baby food shipment that I get every 2 weeks, and I would need to grocery shop. Just remember that the longer range or harder goals will inherently have more steps. The easier goals are there to give you an easy win so that you stay motivated. Step 5, now I add one more column. The word for this column is education or growth subjects. I'm a strong believer in continuing to learn new things every year, and so I always list a few topics to focus on. This way, when I'm picking books to read or videos to watch, I have a defined purpose. Under my education or growth subjects for the year, I have video storytelling, editing, thumbnails, stoicism, and Montessori. These are all carryovers from last year, but I'm building upon the knowledge that I've accumulated. I like to keep my brain fresh, and feeding and educating it is the way that I get that done. Step 6 is execution. You now have your blueprint for the new year. If you did this on a poster board or a whiteboard, put it in a prominent place in your home so you can see it and check in on your goals. If you did this on your phone, be sure to set some alarms and reminders to check in on your goals throughout the year. Here are some tips. If this is your first time doing something like this, start small. Pick one word as your theme for the year and set 1 to 3 goals, and break those goals down into the smallest pieces you possibly can. You want to set yourself up for success. Under your growth subjects column, pick one subject that really interests you to research in the coming year. Next, don't worry so much about the timing. You don't only have to do this in January. Goal setting is fluid and it can be done any time of the year. Being rigid with the timing can get in the way of your true purpose, which is growth. Growth is fluid and it doesn't stop or begin based on our calendar. Next, set reminders and check in with your goals often. Put your theme and goal board somewhere prominent in your home. When you're actively engaging with your plan, you're more likely to succeed. Next, give yourself some grace. Don't freak out if you don't stick with it. Building new habits can be very difficult. If you don't stick with it and you find yourself stumbling upon this list in like August of this year and you haven't done anything on it, it's okay. You'll be amazed at how much you can change in just a couple of months, and maybe you just need to go in and readjust your goals, or maybe your goals were just a little bit too lofty and you didn't break them down enough. You can always make adjustments, and it takes time to get good at goal setting and goal achieving. It just takes practice, just like anything in life. Any progress, even one small step, is progress. One other thing I do every December or January is update my vision board. A vision board is a great visual representation of my goal setting method, and it allows me to see where I've grown, what goals I want to achieve for the year, and where I'm going in life. I will link a video right here that goes over my vision board for the coming year and how I put one together. I hope this video helped you out, and let me know in the comments below what your theme word or words are for the new year. I love hearing from you, and I'll see you next time.